Happy Wednesday. Are you ready for some deep thinking this cold winter Wednesday? Let's think about these words from Father Richard Rohr. We could say that the original blueprint for everything that exists is relationship. John's word for that was logos, John 1:1. In other words, the first blueprint for reality was relationality. It is all of one piece. How we relate to God reveals how we eventually relate to everything else. And how we relate to the world is how we are actively relating to God, whether we know it or not. 1 John 4:20. How we do everything is how we do everything. I should say, how we do anything is how we do everything. When I teach the Ten Commandments, I try to get students to understand that the commandments not only show us our sin and drive us to the good news of Jesus, they also teach us how to live with God and how to live with one another, and I guess with all of creation. You have probably heard that the Bible is a love story between God and God's people, in other words, us. But do we usually read Scripture that way? Can we read all of Scripture as if it is all about our relationship with God and our relationship with all of creation? Imagine that how we treat God reveals how we treat everything else. Do we think we can live that way? And how we treat everything else reveals how we treat God? Would that radically change the way we live? How does that relate to how Luther explains the commandments? He says, we are to fear and love God so that if we lived as if everything and everyone is connected to God, would it change everything? Because everything and everyone is connected to God. Have a great week.